Yay, we are live. At least I'm alive. Are you live? If you're not alive, you're probably not watching this on the internet. You're probably watching this live. Well, live, but passed on or something. How does that work? I'm not sure how that works, David. Anyway, oh, but they're seeing it somehow. Pretty sure of that. Okay, so, but according to StreamYard, we're live. Well, and this is just a quiet, unassuming Sunday. I am D Ocean Swagger. It is my show, D Ocean's Deep Woo. And my goodness, what a uh, interesting bunch of shifts we have going on right now. That is perfectly amazing, but not. It's not that amazing. We got things going on in the world. What we have been in clown world for a very, 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 very long time now. And honestly, I think that clown world is kind of becoming more mm, huck- kind of it's a cliche. It really is. I mean, clown world is just so cliche right now. Everything is a cliche. Um, and I think it's starting to seep into the general awareness that we're in a clown world, that we got the clown world going on. But and I mean that's starting, it's just now hitting some people, which I personally think, wow, that's where have you been? People are starting to do that thing where they come up to you and go, "Do you realize?" And I'm like, "Oh, where you been? Where have you been?" "Oh, hi, Gladys. How you doing, Gladys Q. Kravitz?" It's um, it's Samantha and Darren's neighbor coming over to say hi and polishing her telescope. Smoking in G sharp is here. Smoking. Well, smoking. I don't do that very well. I really don't do Jim Carrey very well, but he is very funny. Oh, hi. Yeah, I missed y'all. I missed y'all. Yeah, I mean, there are people who are just now coming to it, just now going, wow, things are weird, aren't they? You mean this isn't true and that isn't true and this is true? What? You mean all the conspiracy theories? What is the difference, really, between what they're calling a conspiracy theory and the truth? I'll tell you. Most of the time, it's maybe a year or so. Maybe a year, maybe just a few years down the road, and it's gone from a theory to be an actual fact. And that is the times that we're living in. Why? It's been clown world. Okay. Yeah, they are weird. You bet. Hey, freedom grower, how you doing? You bet. We are definitely going to be the kind of people that people going to come to and say, "What the F is going on around here?" When their heads explode and they finally figure out that life as it's been served to them on a platter by media and some of their educators is just not at all what we've been told. Okay, yeah, I mean, we're going to be the people they're going to have to come to because we're the ones that actually got the info, man. You got that? We're the ones that got the only info in the whole wide world. I mean, we don't, we got so many people that had their heads up their wazoo for so long, and some of them couldn't help it. Some of them couldn't help it. I mean, some of them had their heads rammed up their own wazoo by various institutions, maybe their parents, maybe their friends. There's a lot of peer pressure to keep your head there. I guess, misery loves company. Oh, a lot of blue. Good idea. A lot of blue. Oh, it looks blue to you. Yes, it does, doesn't it? It looks very blue. And it's funny because it's actually purple, but the lighting is making it look very blue. Oh, cool. That's very cool. It's actually a kind of a shade of blue purple, but that's lovely. I kind of like the different lighting. I'm playing around with different lighting and stuff, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Yes, yes. So, hi, Mary Wins is in. I'm so glad to see you. Gosh. So, yeah, we got these people who are finally starting to, brush, have somehow the wool is finally like, when sheep are wool blind and they're looking out through like something like this and you push back her with a Shetland sheepdog and oh my gosh, there are eyes in there. Okay. It's starting to happen. We're seeing that. Okay. There are more people now clued in that things ain't what we were told than ever before. I mean, that I've ever seen. And this is very heartening. What, cowboy? Oh, that's cowboy. He had to make his presence known. Wow. What? You just wanted to say hi and you're going on. Okay. He's just saying hi and passing through and saying, letting his presence be known. Hey, y'all. Anyway, it's amazing. I'll be standing in line somewhere and here's somebody saying something and they're like, or maybe it might be as simple as just standing in a buy something and I'm like, no, I don't think I want that. And they say, oh yeah, that GMO shit, when are they going to quit with that bullshit? But, whereas before, oh, GMOs, that was the thing, it's so good, such a good idea, and, or people looking disparagingly at Beyond Meat and going, that's not food. No, it's not. It's really being beyond food is what it is. It's not even food. It's not beyond. It's beyond meat. It's beyond food. It's beyond anything that you should be putting in your body. I mean, it's a bunch of freaking chemicals that will make you circle the drain much faster than you really need to. Okay. Uh, so we're going to discuss some shield that I found out that I was watching today. And for those of you who I do have my Discord, doggone, I didn't bring that link with me. I'm bad. Now I'll try and put it in, afterwards. But I have a Discord for those of you who don't know, and on my Discord, if you go to my channel, my Discord is listed there. And I left a video on my Discord about, and it says something to the order of does stress leak out your pores? And It was such an informative, interesting video. I just had to leave it there in the Discord. And it's one of the things I'd kind of like to discuss once you get a chance to look into it a little bit. We'll discuss it a little bit tonight, maybe a little bit another time after you've had a chance to really look at it. Um, because really there's a lot to that. We affect each other a lot more than people have been previously told. So, I mean, and you know what? And they're trying to base it on. I mean, they've actually got physical evidence besides just spiritual. I mean, we've known this on a, some of these things we've known on a spiritual level, but now they've got physical evidence for the effects of some things. So that is, we're down the road now, and actually, where did Mark the Arc Spark manage to make it in? Hey, Sparky, where's Mark the Arc Spark? Arc Spark. I don't see Arc Spark. I don't see Mark. Uh, he's not showing up. Well, hi, Mark. Anyway, we haven't seen Mark in a few days. So, what's there you are. Hi, you guys are seeing this before me. I'm jealous. I'm envious that you're seeing this stuff before I do. Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. It's so nice to have you here on my channel. You're looking swell. I guess you are. I don't know. I haven't remote viewed you, Dolly, but I'm sure you're looking fine. Anyway, yeah, Spark. Spark. He's the sparky one. Better yet, what's token smoking? What's smoking token and what's token smoking? Well, Tolkien was, I think, smoking when he wrote Lord of the Rings. Oh, that's not what you were talking about. But I'm pretty sure Tolkien was smoking something. I think he had a little bit of that wizard green. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of that wizard weed. Yeah. Anyway, before he wrote that work, of maybe, who knows, maybe it was journalism. I really think that sometimes that things like that are memory. I mean, we have been through many a war. Our souls are old. We've been through a lot of seasons on this planet and off this planet, and some of us have been around. We've been around the block a few times. We've been around the universe a few times, right? Yeah. So, okay, I can see Mark now. It's just, what? I feel this little cold nose, and I think that's probably, yes, I hope that's Mr. Cowboy. Mr. Cowboy, bring me your purr. I want a fella with soft, silky fur. Yeah, yes, and big green eyes. Anyway, yeah, what yours is called Gummy Bear. Oh, oh, okay. You know, don't get me going now. I'm gonna have to get me. I know that actual gummy bears are not really that great. I mean, the ingredients aren't that great, but I got a thing. I never told you this, but I kind of got a thing for cinnamon bears. I like that cinnamon flavor. It's spicy and hot. And I'm not supposed to be eating things like peppers, hot peppers, but I do love hot and spicy. Uh, cry, cry, cry. But nah, I'm not that unhappy. Actually, I've found other ways to get hot and spicy without peppers. But oh, and that's another thing, you guys. I'm celebrating. I have healed. It appears I have healed myself from some of my food sensitivities. And we'll maybe talk about that too, if that interests you, how I have done that. Um, got oodles of correspondence from Satchmo. Oh, really? You were jazz drummer. Really? Oh, that's really cool, Dolly. Alexander is in here. Ooh, cheers and blessings to you too, dear. Yeah. No real gummies. Yeah, they're not really good for you. But oh yeah, hot tamales, cinnamon, like through the roof. Oh yes, and I used to, as a kid, I used to hurt myself with atomic fireballs on a regular basis when I could get them, and I still remember why we did that. I'm not sure, but we would always go ahead and pop them in our mouth, and for a minute, it's okay, and then it starts to get hot, heat up, and it's like, whoa. But you're awake and alive, and you know you are at that moment, right? Uh, there's Max Vision. Hey, cool. Good to see you, John. Okay, so anyway, holy cow, carp. We got to get Alexander back on up in here, in order to give us the scoop for the numbers. I think we've got some important numbers coming up. I think we got some stuff happening. I think really we need to maybe have Lady Spellbreaker for the astrology plus Alexander in here, because I and anybody else. I mean, seriously, anybody else who has has a any kind of intel or premonition or anything like that as to what's coming up, because I know there's a lot. I'm probably not going to get it all. I'm certainly not going to get it all into this show. And what? Oh, you're up on the chair now so that you're there, but you're not there. Okay. You're with us, but you're not. Okay, you're just being on, you're staying off camera. Okay, baby cake. Now you can be up here. You can be up here. It's okay. Mom's not upset over that. Somebody taught him, so he kind of is sneaky and he jumps down from surfaces as soon as I notice that he's up on the couch or the chair or something, but I don't mind. No, I don't mind. Somebody had him before me. I guess they didn't want him on the furniture, but um anyway, oh, I am so happy. Other people are noticing the other thing that other people are noticing besides uh, the fact that, oh my gosh, we've been in clown world and we've been hoodwinked and we've been lied to and we've been and yada 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 yada, right? And maybe some of this stuff is true. You know what I love is, and really, I'm glad that there are shows that exist for people who have just woke up and they're just like, do big Bigfoot exist? I mean, you know, and I mean, I saw one little short or something that was, dudes, it was like Bigfoot, only real. And I'm like, Uh, Bigfoot Israel, maybe? Does that kind of clue you that maybe Bigfoot is real? Because ah, okay, does Bigfoot exist? And, those of us who have been around a bit are like, "Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh, yeah, hell yeah, of course." No, no, oh, no, Bigfoot doesn't exist. All of these thousands and millions of people are crazy, and, all of the legends are crazy, and why? Because science says so. Science is about to get revamped. Science is getting revamped all the time if they really wanna be honest about it. It's getting an overhaul. It's gonna get an even bigger overhaul. That's coming. Oh, that's coming. Oh, that's coming. And the UFO community is just gonna be, like, we're that's gonna be transformed as well, right? So, um, okay, and you're gonna be on, Mac really? A bit hot. The coming weekend gonna be a bit hot. Mm, so you're gonna be there on next weekend. Um, I hope to have you here in my space soon. Um, Alexander, because we always have a good time. And is Smoking G Sharp, if she may join you for tarot readings, of course. Yeah. Oh, D Ocean's Deep Blue. Gonna be a bit hot. I bet you it's gonna be. Um, so let's keep the discussion rolling. Okay, coming Sunday, you got it, because it would be, I got Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday, although I'm kind of having it a little harder to get in on Wednesdays now. But I will make it earlier if I have to. If it's better for you to bring you on a little earlier, we will do that. Dolly's been on slow-mo. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I'll expect you, Alexander. And of course, um, yeah, we will be having, I guess, wouldn't it be, oh dear, is it that close? Well, we usually have the cards, by the way, smoking. We usually have the cards, um, on the Monday closest to the full and the new moons, just so you know. And that's when I usually have a moon day. Moon day, because that's what day it's named after. Oh, there you go. Wait, let me catch up with Chad a little bit. That's right. Friday is Friday the 13th. And I do want to say it's very important for you guys to realize and know, if you don't know already, the 13th, Friday the 13th, was sacred to Venus. And it was a day when you were supposed to celebrate by making love all day. Contrary to the movie, which it seems like anybody who's doing it is like gonna die, right? You know that in the movie. Anybody who's doing it's gonna die, but no. Originally, you celebrated Friday the 13th by doing it all day. So, but the 13th, I think with Venus, like she's been doing, I think it's gonna be a hot one, yeah. I think it's gonna be a hot one. And, it's gonna be interesting. And now we're starting to see that's another thing we got going on here. We a lot of us are feeling it. We have crossed the invisible boundary, right? We are no longer on the road looking for signs that we are in what people are calling D5. Um, I would say a different frequency, you know, whatever you want to call it. Let's call it D5 or whatever, just to give it some kind of a name, but it is a different place that we're in now. And that's obvious because we're finally out of that season where all of this crap that's been seething below the surface is still buried. Now it's coming up for air. It's coming up to the light. It's coming up to be seen, and that is going to revolutionize everything. I know people are still getting persecuted. I know that disasters are still being staged on purpose. I know that that is still happening, but definitely we have crossed some kind of boundary. And a lot of people are feeling that. And if you don't feel it yet, you will be feeling that. I'm very confident of that. You'll be feeling it very soon. Ah, Alexander. Yes. The solar eclipse. Yep. We are having the solar eclipse. That's going to be very powerful. And I think Venus is going to be doing some kind of interesting dance. Um, your younger son, Alex, was born on Friday the 13th, Mary? Oh, really? Yes, 13 used to be a lucky number. Come on. Yeah, I don't know. People, it's the inverted matrix stuff. Yeah. Oh, your bro's birthday, October 13th. Wow. It's a double whammy for you. Yeah, things are really getting there. Michelle made it in. Michelle, hello. Yeah, so, now that we're finally that's what I mean by, I'm kind of likening it to we've been like little kids on the car ride to the park, you know. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And we've been like, sometimes stalled in traffic. We've been kind of going along at slightly different rates. And we have been, sometimes in parking, or rather in traffic snarls. And some of us have been in the fast lane. Some of us have been, you know, just, had trouble with our family and whatever, trying to get them ready to, trying to get ready to go. And I had to leave some of them to find their own ride. Uh, I'm sorry to say, very sorry to say. And, all kinds of scenarios. And then looking for signs like, are we headed in the right direction? Are we headed in, yeah, we are. Okay, good. May have to switch lanes in a minute here. Hope that idiot lets me over. And then, trying to be nice and not calling them an idiot so much as just uninformed. Will the sheeple next door let me in to the lane that I need to be in? It's been kind of like that, right? But now we know, and there are signs all over. We know we're at the park. We crossed the invisible boundary, and we are on the park grounds, and we're in various stages. Some of us are heading up the drive to the park. Some of us are, it's kind of like to hear it was Cedar Point, and there's this long man-made peninsula there. And yeah, of course, that was just natural. No, that was not natural, and we did not build that. That was an inherited thing. That's another. It's another thing we inherited from the old world. But um, yeah, it's like the star forts and everything else. I think probably, but yeah, some of us are still on that long drive from the time you're on the park property up to where you get to the parking lot. Some of us are actually in the parking lot trying to decide, what we're taking with us, trying to sneak in, sandwiches and bottles of water or whatever, because we don't want to. We're concerned that we might have to pay the higher prices on the although no, we won't. Don't worry, we won't be paying higher prices inside. It's not that kind of park. It's a different kind of park. And then some of us are in line. Some of us are in line going, oh yeah, I'm geez, I can't wait to see the latest, water slides. I can't wait to see the new um, Big Dipper and the roller coasters and stuff. I can't wait to get on the tilt-a-whirl and the Trabant and the Ferris wheel and all that. But um, or the rotor where the boy, you know what? If you look at amusement parks, they're all one day we'll have to talk about that, or maybe tonight, I don't know, but they're all kind of analogous to things that happen to you in life. I mean, the rotor where things are spinning, you stick to the wall and the bottom drops out. How many times has that happened to you? Has that happened to you? Yeah, that's happened to me. It happened to me plenty of times, right? Do you think there will be an assassin? There's already been an assassination attempt on it. There's already been an assassination attempt on Trump. And I guess nobody remembers. It's but there was a person. This is really amazing to me. There was the person who tried to assassinate Trump so far. But do you mean another assassination? There might be, because he's still coming. They have not scared him off yet. They have not managed to stop him. But I don't think they're going to let that happen. If that happens, he's an instant saint. You know that. He's going to be Saint Trump. And they really don't want that. So, yeah, there have been more than one, I think. And Melania, yeah. And the notable one that I know about is, strangely enough, somebody from Canada. She tried to send him anthrax through the mail. What is this with Canada? I thought Canada was polite. That's pretty impolite way to try. And actually pretty stupid. She was a teacher or something. I don't remember her name, but anyway, yeah, there was somebody trying to send Trump some anthrax across just state lines. No. County lines. No. No, international lines. And she thought somehow that was going to get past the border all the way to Trump unchecked. Okay. And then, and that's another thing that kind of amazes me. John, tell me what the story is there. Why is it that the person who smacked, Paul Pelosi in the head with a hammer was some kind of lefty, loosey Canadian, who had been living illegally in the United States for a while. I mean, everybody worried about that south border. It sounds like maybe we got to worry about that north border, right? Yeah, Canadians can be mean too, eh? Yeah. Yes. Gee whiz, I mean, what is that? That's hockey. It's all that hockey, isn't it? It's that hockey. Yeah, we'll blame it all on the hockey. Yeah. Oh, Chloe is in. Hello, Chloe. Chloe, Chloe, Chloe. Okay, Chloe is in. Oh, the family. I love when the family's all together and and we're kind of we go over to John's show and then we kind of slide over here and then we slide back over to John's show and we slide over. Yes, of course I'm happy. I'm very happy. Because oh, big mass deportations. Yeah. You bet, Alexander. Big mass deportations. Yes, I think there will be some. And ugh, it's going to be very interesting. Yeah, because did I tell you that some of these people will Washington's going to eat itself. I mean, they're gonna throw each other in front of the bus to save themselves, right? It's like, "No, you go. Take him, not me." There'll be a lot of that. There'll be that going on. "No, no, no, don't take me, take him. Him, he did it. I'll give you all the beans if you just, let me go without giving me 20,000 years in prison like I deserve." That'll be happening, yeah, for all the crimes against humanity, treason, and shit that's going on. We cha-cha-cha. Washington is a bumhole. Yeah, exactly, and we saw that bumhole on Google Maps over at Max's place. We saw that bumhole, and he was showing it to us, and he showed it to us over here too. But today it was over at his place, because John will always, he's always happy to show you the dragon dick pics and bumhole pics and even Big Bird, which is America. That's still so funny. Macaw. What? What is it? Seven macaw or something? Is big. So Big Bird is the United States. That's kind of fitting somehow. That, if you're going by, this is mud flood theory for those of you who don't know what the hell we're talking about. Mud flood, yeah, the big bird and we think it's an eagle. Here in the States, we're being told that our symbol is the eagle, but oh, actually, it turns out it was a macaw, or they were calling it a macaw. Alexander says, "Do you see the solar flash happening before 2030?" That's interesting. It looks like we'll go into that. Remind me to go into that because right now, I'm kind of streaming some thoughts here. You'd think that all the people that immigrated would run for the hills when they found out our national debt and how much each citizen owes. See, they're not citizens, they're not documented, and they don't care. They don't care. Our grandchildren already have a huge debt. Oh, yes, they want everybody. Oh, that's right, Mark the Arc Spark, the blue balls. Yeah, he was showing us the blue balls on Google Earth. Yeah, dragon dick pics. Oh, yeah. Seven macaw. That's right, seven macaw. Biden urges Democrats to engage to save the nation. Anyone protest? You know what? I wrote something today after somebody's guest was like, that Trump is as somebody's, the horrible, how horrible it was that Trump is getting to be, what do they call it? That young men want to be like him. They're actually looking up to him. Well, people are looking up to him and how awful it was because Trump's a criminal and why are people doing. I wrote this we need to come up with some kind of letters, because they're always super duper mega ultra extreme mega 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 the whatever, garble garble, extremist people for people who like Trump, you know. And I mean they're always adding extra hyperbole on it, they're giving him more and more prefix. And the more that they do that, of course, the bigger it's getting, the movement is getting, because people are like in the mood to rebel. They're in the mood for rebellion right now. So, it's like, duh. And Emmett is here. Yeah, the Emmett is saying his whole life is just one big alien abduction. Well, it could be. Yeah. Dragonborn. Yeah, Dragonborn. Right. They don't tell me where I'm at, where I'm coming from, where I'm going. They tell you where to go, but they don't tell you where you are going. Uh, Chloe. Chloe. Oh, that's cool. That's kind of a nice way to say. And Lady Spellbreaker, Miss Heather. Heather is here. Heather Dawn. Heather Dawn. What's those numbers you got on? Could it be that 13 sign astrology? Oh, we got some shit going on. We do. We do, in fact. Indeed. Yes, we do. So, this is the thing. There are people who are looking up to anybody who stands their ground in the onslaught of all the chaos heaped upon people who are just trying to get to the truth or standing up for their truth or, anything like that, or saying, hey, we're in clown world, but but it is clown world. This is clown world. Yeah. I mean, anybody who's calling that out, they're going to jump on your case in some way. And I'm kind of glad. Right now, my channel is kind of small because I have only had to contend with, just shadow banning and, stuff like that. But not some of the worst stuff. However, I have had the gang stalking from speaking out before. Let me tell you, I was even more verbal and opinionated when I was younger, and it got me into some trouble I don't even want to go into. Miss brimming with limericking. Friday to fire eclipse new moon. That's right. It's a freaking Friday, the 13th ring of fire eclipse moon. So just hold on to your hats. Mine is right here. And the second hurricane that goes to the border of Canada and Maine. Right. Lady Spellbreaker. That's from Lady Spellbreaker. Witchy Moon is here. Witch Moon, come cast your spell. So basically, what I was going to talk about tonight is, of course, we got signs that we're there, right? For the first time. I mean, people are actually looking at the laptop from hell, as if it's a real thing. Some of them still haven't figured out that's a real thing. I mean, that'll happen though. I mean, eventually everybody's going to know that's a real thing. That isn't just somebody's imagination. The laptop from hell is real. And it's being investigated finally, seriously. And they're calling out the alphabet soup. That was nothing to sneeze at. So what did I sneeze at it? But, they're calling out the alphabet soup that's running a lot of these scams on us, the people that they're supposed to be serving, right? Supposed to be serving us, but all they're serving us is bullshit. And we don't want it. We're sending it back to the kitchen. So I'm sorry. Oh, that looks fabulous, darling. Well, thank you. Thank you. I, you know, it's it's a new acquisition from Temu. Oh, that's another thing. I just want to say I'm offering a service. I'm a Temu affiliate. Hope that doesn't offend anybody. But I've found so many cool things on there that people just ask me, where did you get this and where did you get that? And it's like, I will gladly do some shopping for you. If you're looking for something, I'll find the cheapest price for you because I like shopping. Really, I actually like tracking down cheap deals. And if you use my link, I will find you stuff, the coolest stuff. I'm kind of trying to figure out if anybody knows a way that I could just do that and just have it be like part of a show where I find wherever that is, whether it's Temu or somewhere else. But just finding, I think that would be fun. Just finding some cool stuff that we'd like hydrogen water machines for the cheapest price. So far, I think the cheapest I found those for about $18, which is way cheaper than I first was seeing them. But I'm going to look into Alibaba too and try and get different places from. But you let go and manifest your highest healing, Lady Spell. Well, good. Letting go is exactly what we need to do. Oh, you got your sis's steampunk hat. Yeah. I have some top hats and stuff. I have some steampunk stuff. Some of it I made myself. Um, Weather wars are happening. Yes, they are definitely happening. That's another thing I want to address. Is we need to get a little bit maybe. I'm thinking it's all up to you guys, but I'm thinking maybe we need to get just a little bit more organized with the weather wars because I mean they're going to be throwing that. I do want to say that I feel this is true, and this is also why we hit that invisible boundary, that the Orion Wars are over, okay? And now, but you know what happens in the aftermath of war. So the Orion Wars are over. We are no longer pwned, okay? Um, that's finally through. And I think with that will come a brighter day for everybody. But there's going to be a lot of cleanup. There's going to be a lot of mop up. And those of you who have been keeping up with that, you know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of mop up. Mm. Oh, you have a big warning in Cali. Hang on. Oh, yeah, we have had wild, wild weather. I've been revamping my place. I just got through an inspection and found out we're having a big state inspection in a couple weeks, which is why I'm bringing up the stress is because I tend to stress over these things, although I really don't have any big reason to do so. My place is nice, but it's pretty nice, but it definitely has a lot of stuff in it. Oh, lace and goggles and stuff. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh. And your tension isn't scattered anymore. Cool. Right, right. Um, right. Yeah, you know what? Here's the thing. We're going to have more opportunity. It's coming. There's going to be a lot more opportunity. There's going to be a lot more. Ow! What? What? Meow! Oh. Why? What? Well, come on. You want up here? Come on. You want to come up? See, he's afraid to come up for some reason. I don't know why. So come on up, baby. Want to come up? Want to come up? No? Want to come here? I can pet you up here. Come on. You can come up. Okay. Be that way. He's a cat. Well, what can I say? He's a kitty. Truman Capote. It's not really a fedora. It's a wizard hat. If you see the back of it, it's kind of shaped like that. It's actually from Final Fantasy. It's the same shape as the wizard wears on Final Fantasy on a game, but I find it to be a really cool witch or wizard hat. Anyway, just like the shape of it, it's a little different. Let me go back a little bit. High Anxiety. That was a Mel Brooks film. Well, I have a lot more energy, as you might have noticed, and I'm happier. I've still got my body, though reacting to stress, that my mind is like, there's no reason for this, but my body is still reacting. But we'll talk a little bit more about that too. Energy exchange, yes, yes. Scattered anxiety causing, yeah. Well, we'll get around to that. We'll get around to that where we open it up to the audience. Got to watch what we speak into the existence. Exactly what we say is going to go double now. So careful what you say about yourself too. Is like I am, but I am so wealthy and abundant. Right? Aren't you? And I know you are too. And I speak favor over everybody. I speak favor over you all. Uh, I am, and my energy is better. Um, my swelling is lower. My pain is not gone, but it's getting under control. We're getting it under control. There's sometimes you just like to freak out. Freak out! So chic. The freak. I remember that. Freak out. What are the words to that? Anyway, yeah, that was disco era. It's amazing that there are still some people who are denying. They're in denial. They're still floating along on that river called denial over there in Egypt on their barge. And they just barge into things, and as if there's a reason to call them barges. But anyway, I cannot believe it, but I cannot believe that there are some people that still think that what they're being told is just the truth, and they just take it and they don't look into it. It amazes me. And it amazes those of us in the other realms that help us too, how resistant people are to change, even when it's in their best interest. And it's almost like they've been taught not to hope because their hopes will be crushed. Denial. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Denial and escapism. Yes, me too. Been watching those. Mm. Yes. Okay, so that's another thing. Did you know stress can leak out of your pores? And you can actually catch stress from your parents, from your ancestors. You can actually be born with a predisposition towards stress. And I put it in my Discord. I put the video that kind of triggered that. And I kind of knew that. I think I heard that, but it really came up to me that really we're PTSD, CPTSD to a certain extent, all of us. And that's part of our problem because our ancestors suffered through so much, so dang much stuff that just was um, horrible. I mean, and that was us in other incarnations. That was, in previous incarnations, we were them. We were getting burned at the stake. We were getting strung up. We were getting starved and killed and blown up and, many, many times. And there's a memory and there's a cellular memory. There's even a genetic predisposition that you can get. It goes into, oh, and not only it's just not the spike proteins, but it's also stress hormones. You can actually, from being around stressed out people, and that's just the physical component. For those of us who are empaths, already, being around a bunch of people is kind of hell on us sometimes, right? If my energy isn't high within myself to be able to protect myself, and I'm going to something where there's going to be a lot of people, I I pick up all kinds of things. I mean, when I used to live closer into town, I would pick up way too much vibe from what was going on. Your totem animal, Daffy Duck, when you get frustrated. Yeah. B. Freeman's here, eh? Eh, B? I saw stress is literally contagious. Literally is. Literally. Um, yes, it is. That it's very contagious. We can all get it. We can pass it uh, all out to each other, and it ain't as hard as you think. Yeah, it comes out on your skin. You probably breathe it out too. Yeah, I have had to walk away from a lot of stuff. Hello. Yeah, that's yellow. I turn to stone when you coming home. No, I don't turn to stone. Well, was that really about the Gorgon, do you think? That song. Um, I have to have, well, you gotta have faith. I gotta have faith, baby. Lady Spellbreaker says she has to have faith. The universe knows what everybody needs. That's right. Um, so you fart your stress out. Seriously. Whoa. Silent killer, hey? I, oh yeah, literally cut the cords and disappear. Absolutely. Hmm. It's like, well, y'all, it's been real, not really. Um, but yeah, I really spend a lot of time alone. Another thing I'm finding is I'm going through the last dregs of the shadow work, I think. I'm always talking about the onion layers and the iceberg, you know, how your subconscious is the lower half part of the iceberg that is way bigger than the tip. I mean, we see just the tip. Just the tip. We only see the tip. That's the part you see. The part that's really gonna capsize your boat is down below there, and it's much bigger. So we're really seeing that. And so I have been working, all of us who have been working on our stuff, we've been peeling off layers, we've been melting the iceberg, uh, whatever parable you want to tell. I have been going through, I have found certain stuff has been triggering more. I've had to forgive people from the past. I've been doing a lot of that, some crying. But yeah, it's been real, but not real fun. Yeah. Yep. It's no wonder some of us are runners, right? Oh yeah, they have a frequency for that. You know, they used to have a bill for that, but really we have a frequency for that. Yeah, I use those frequencies. You can find frequencies on YouTube that'll help you with all kinds of things. There's a frequency for everything. There is. Because everything is frequency. That's all there is. When it really all comes down, there is no matter at all. It's all just frequency. It's all just energy vibrating, and people don't understand that waves are actually spirals. Right? Energy actually moves in spirals. That's why you see this spirals carved into everything on sacred sites. You see spirals a lot. It's because spirals are how energy moves. Okay. um, I am a part of him. Oh, I am a part of him. Oh, hi there. How you doing? Running, healthy boundaries. Well, running is good exercise sometimes. Um, oh, and some scene from the past shows up. Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. There's a frequency for everything. Yes, being aware of it has less of it, then it has less effect over you. You know what? This is part of the whole owning it thing. If you own it and say, all right, it's mine, that means it's mine to do what I want with it. If that's really mine, but then you got to winnow out what is yours. But if it's really yours, then it is really yours to do what you want with it. And if that's put it in the fires of creation and burn it so that you can build something that you want to do, you can create something, you do that. It's your right to do that if it's yours. So, yeah, trigger old physical injuries, which I have a lot of injuries. Fart free zone over at Mark the Arc Sparks, please. Let's go. I love the nightlife, baby. So, that's part of it too, is that we have really stress handed down to us from many lives. And I mean, as our history, if you want to know, okay, this is what the Pleiadians tell us. Now, some of you feel different ways about the Pleiadians and who is being called the Pleiadians and whether they are really the Pleiadians and all that. But you know what? I really resonate with the fact that, yeah, we have been in many a war. And it sounds like me, because, yeah, and so we would, of course, be in shell shock half the time, right? And be constantly trying to get ourselves healed from that. Um, throughout the generations, it's probably done so much damage. Well, yeah, it has done so much damage to this species. And according to the Pleiadians, we were elites. We were the badasses. We were the elites. We were people who volunteered for this trip out of you for humanitarian reasons, and also as a learning experience as to what we are not. So, which I think we've learned that pretty well. But you had to have some solid titanium nads to be able to take this trip. Okay, so all of you who did, and I know that probably every one of you here on my show, my show is not for beginners. I mean, if you're a beginner, we love you, and we'll try and catch you up as well as we can. But my show is mostly the people that can handle my show. Let's put it that way. Are usually people who've been around. Okay, we've been around the block. Well, you taking off already? Okay, lady spellbreaker. Okay. We want you on before the 13th. We got to get you on, girlfriend. So please get in touch with me. I've just been really freaking busy. Really freaking busy. Okay. Much love, and have good dreams and creative ones. As a matter of fact, we're going to have Alex on next Sunday, and I guess at either 8 or 9, a little earlier for him. That's a little better for him, so we'll be a little earlier next Sunday. Then we'll schedule Lady Spellbreaker at some point, whenever she can come on. And then I would like to have Max on here again to weigh in on a few things. I would like to have him as a guest in here. We've been around, yeah, Mary. We've been around, round, get around. We've been around, round, get around. We've been around, we get around. We get around. We've been around the galaxy. We've been around the universe. We've been around. Supposedly we were really elites. I mean, we had pretty much conquered a lot of our own stuff, and we came here, and I'm thinking we were definitely, it didn't look that hard from where we were. It couldn't have, but we came anyway. Even to some of us, it's the kind of crazy thing I would do. Would you do that? And I'm thinking, yeah, you know what? There's some of us that would run in burning houses to pull people out. So yeah, it's to try and save these people. Part of it is to try and save the species from being roped off, from never being able to ascend, never being able to go through their normal natural ascension and evolution process, which is very sorry state to be in. More Dragon Balls. Dragon Ball Z. That's okay, dear. Heather, if you haven't been around much, I think we all understand. Oh, yeah, me too. I have just, gosh. And then I have, things that I must do at certain times. That's, it's like having a job. It's in that ballpark. Okay, let's see. It's coming. Yeah, summoning Scotty. Summoning Scotty. Scotty, where are you? Oh, Scotty, Scotty. We got Mark the Ark Spark, but we don't have Scotty. Hey, summon them and then Scotty too. You live on what body part do you live on? Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. It's so true. It's nice summoning Scotty. Ooh, Scotty. Summoning the spirits. Ooh. Uh, that's not the way I summon the spirits. I just say, hey, you want to talk? They can hear me. You want to have a chitty chatty? You busy? Huh? You know, they hear you plenty fine. That's something we're going to have to get used to. It's not going to be like, 3D where you have to call somebody or you have to even talk to them. Um, Most of the time, we won't even have to talk. There'll be a point at which we'll just be mind speaking each other again, because I think that's how it starts. Um, ooh, footprints. Somebody is commenting footprints. Is that like Bigfoot? Um, Usually people use that Bigfoot. Yeah, a lot of us are just we're exhausted. We have had a lot on our plate. We have had a lot to do, and it seems like no matter what you do, you're never getting caught up, right? You're never caught up with all the stuff you're supposed to be doing. You need to be doing. Um, that's I've been going through that. It's so let's just okay. Let's take care of that right now. Let's just go. Okay, breathe. Take a moment, and me too. I'm talking a mile a minute. Let's just breathe a minute. Breathe. Okay, take some nice deep breaths. And now imagine yourself expanding because, first, push all your chakras back to your spine, because I know you've been using them. We have a tendency to move them around and use them and do things with them. So let's put our tools away, shall we? Our energy centers, push them back to our spine, just for starters. Okay. And isn't it interesting that you can just do that? Nobody has to teach you how to do that. You just do it. I don't have to even tell you how to do that. I only have to remind you that you need to do that once in a while because we get misaligned. So line them up. Let's line them up, snap them to grid, so to speak, right onto our spine there. And then expand yourself and kind of let your spirit uncrinkle, your being uncrinkle. You're all kind of crinkled up trying to fit in this little Abby and run what needs to happen for this Abby. But we really are more effective when we're expansive and we are in the energy and not trying to crinkle ourselves into this, fold ourselves into this little Abby that we're just an Abby, our Abby is just awash in our energy. And we are the big beings, okay? We are the powerful ones. We're the big beings. And our little Abby is protected by the big being. Okay. Because the big being knows how to do all that. The bigger part of us knows. Is Big Justin here? Oh, Illuminati. Yeah, B. Hey, B. Illuminati, eh? Uh, yeah. Scotty, Bo Body, Fifati, Illuminati. Naughty, naughty. Well, he's naughty. That's that's for sure. Big Justin. Okay. Um, we're all so silly tonight, and that's great. I'm so glad I'm so glad to see that. We've got stuff that we're still going to get out that have to ride that surfboard a little bit. There's going to be stuff to there's going to be some stuff we're going to have to surf, but honestly, it's not going to be ever like it used to be. Okay, my intel is saying it's never going to be. We are past the hardest part, the worst part. It's never going to be like that again. Deplane, deplane. Yeah, we talk enough smack about Scotty. He'll probably show up. uh, ah, 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 ah. The big Justin was Scotty, huh? There should be a like option in the live chat. Yeah, there should be. Yeah. Yeah, as it is, you got to get out of chat, like, and then come back in. And by the way, if you haven't liked the show, if you like the show, will you like the show? If you like the show, will you please like the show so more of us can find the show? Because really, we want more of us to find the show so that we can all be together and talk together and we miss each other, right? Yeah, Scotty is really wearing pants all the time and he's just fooling us. I think Max is right. I think he's probably wearing sweatpants. He's just not telling us. And we think, you know, I was just thinking, oh, either that or killed. Oh, and double underwear. Hmm. You and your clone. Oh, well, thank you. You and your clone. My clone loves your clone. I know you love my clone. I love your clone, but I love you more. It's confusing, so let's quit cloning around. I wrote that song. I wrote the Clone Calypso. I honestly did. That was back when I was doing science fiction and fantasy fairs, and I was part of the entertainment. But yeah, I did write the Clone Clips. It was stupid, a really silly song. Maybe one day I'll sing you that if I can ever remember. I waited for you, but nobody came. All of my waiting was in vain. You left us standing out in the rain, and none of us brought an umbrella. None of me brought an umbrella. Yeah. Yeah, you left me standing out in the rain and none of us brought an umbrella. It was kind of a sad song. Maybe if more girls showed their boobies. I ain't no hollaback girl. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Hmm. Double likes. If I click, well, it's live. It's a clone. It's a clone of my own with the X chromosome changed to Y. Uh, um, I don't like clothes. Well, usually a lot of times I have been wearing these sundresses that have no straps, and sometimes it looks like I'm naked. And I realize that maybe some people are, that freaks some people out. So I started, leaning back a little more and putting on something more just so people know I am actually dressed. But, if some of you are liking the fact that maybe I'm naked, you can just imagine that. I don't care. The lack of safe meat. Ooh. Yes, left me hungry. Ah, boobies are a weak point. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, lizards don't have any boobies, I guess. Well, maybe they do, though, Max. You haven't found us any lizard boobies because, and at least one of those statues shows a lizard nursing a baby, a lizard person. Crazy chicks, no bringing home. Ooh, okay. Oh, well, that's okay. You really lost your pants? You shouldn't gamble like that. Hmm. You're not sure about dragon boobies? Yeah, I'm not sure either. I don't think they had boobies, but then again, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So, is the eye as the Sahara like maybe an inverted dragon nipple? Dragon nipple. There's a weird word. Dragon nipple. You say it all at one time. Anyway, dragon nipple. No, I don't think they're I don't think they're mammals. Mammalian. See that shore note. Hollaback girl. Mhm. Dragon nipple. Yeah, I don't maybe there aren't such things, but we made it up right now. Now maybe we created that, and now maybe we'll find some dragon nipples. I don't know. Maybe we just changed reality, again. Probably plenty of times we've already done that. Um, okay, where was I? Jeez. Where was I? Where was I? I don't know. I don't know where I was, but I know that I was talking about stress leaking out of your pores and a whole lot of other things. Well, oh, by the way, we have got to do what we can about stress because my friends, um, stress, well, yeah, it does that little cortisol dance and it can actually make you fat. It can make you older. Um, Here are some findings that I just wanna spring on you. Your mind, here is some proof about us being creators, really, and really having more control over our own bodies than we think, and our own reality. There's been studies, this woman was talking in the video, like I posted on Discord, was talking about how they did a study where they had octogenarians acting more like they did back, they were put in the conditions that they were in when, in like their home, what their home was 20 years back. And then there was a control group that was just thinking about what it was like when they were 60, and then, or no, a control group that was just living normally, and a group that was just thinking about what it was like back in their 60s, and then a group that was living like back in their 60s with the furniture and so on and everything, and the cues that they were back there in the 60s. And the people who were living like they were back in their 60s were the ones who were actually looking, acting, sounding, and being perceived as closer to 60 than 80. Well, now me, I'm working my way back to 25, but then there's more than that. There's more than that state. The people who were just imagining it had some effect, but the strongest effect were people who had those things around them. There was another study where they had people play the music from their whatever their youth was, whatever they listened to in their youth. Play that music. Those people actually youthened. Okay. So actually looked younger and were perceived as younger and felt younger. So we can actually time shift our bodies. We can reverse age our bodies. There was actually, most people don't believe that my chronological age is 65. Most of them think I'm like most of them think I'm younger than that, maybe in my 40s or something. But I think I refuse to succumb, you know? So really you can Saturday night nipples. We're all still on nipples. Dragon nipples. Dragon nipples. You just passed a house with a dragon on the front lawn. Here on a special on free nipples tomorrow. You have only known one girl with inverted nipples and you were loaded. Oh. Free the nipple, huh? Yeah, I'm like that too. I'm already one of these people that just, I'm not gonna give up, man. I'm not giving up. I have shoes that are older than some of the students at the university that I still wear. I have clothes that are actually older than some of the students at the university, and I remind them of that sometimes. When they get on my case, it's like, hey, I have clothes older than you. So, maybe you should listen. If I've been alive that long, I've seen a thing or two, huh? I've seen a thing or two. But I'm old enough to know how to be younger. I'm old enough to know how to make myself younger. Right? Is that right? Is that right? Dolly, I want to see you on the show. Dolly will never go away again. Right? 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 We want you here with us. We want you here in the family. We want Dolly here, right? Let's see, I got a compliment on my shoes. On your platforms. Yeah, linking up with a keen sense of, yeah, that's right. Kick all those pheromones. Yeah, those pheromones. Well, really, I think we're going to use them as we go further into whatever you want to call this realm that we're going into, this vibration that we're going into. Let's call it D5. I like that because, people call me D. 5D. D5, it's fine with me. So, 5D is fine with me. Da, 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 da. Humor is good. Oh, yes. Humor is another way to youthen, really. Absolutely. Humor has so many benefits to your health. Really. Humor is very beneficial, and it's recommended to laugh during the day Spend an hour if you can laughing, at least 15 minutes, at least a good 15 minutes. De-stress. Oh, yeah, Uggs. You know what? I wear Ugg boots. I love my Ugg boots. Yeah, I love my Ugg boots. And I'm wearing Crocs and I wear flip-flops and nobody can tell me nothing. Detoxed. How about de-assimilated? You know, the Borg trying to assimilate everybody. How about if y'all de-assimilated? Actually, I had that at the beginning of my show. I had a really cool intro to my show that got lost when a lot of stuff happened, and it had me kind of looking like a Borg. I had one of those filters on, and I look like a Borg, and I was saying, "Prepare to be de-assimilated." um, I might have to redo that somehow. Prepare to be de-assimilated. All of you out there de-assimilated, right? Yeah, I want comfortable shoes. I mean, can you blame me? I want comfortable shoes. I like a soft sole that if I'm stepping on something, I know I'm stepping on something. I want it to be flexible enough to know that I'm not just crushing things as I go along. Um, oh, I have one pair of Birkenstocks. I'll probably keep them forever. If you are assimilated, well, I don't know. You can be de-assimilated if you come here often enough. Mhm. Okay, so yeah, my comfortable footwear, come on, there are and the truth is that's only just smart because, there are all those acupressure points, all of those meridians in your feet that go to the rest of your body. If you F up your feet, you're really effing up the rest of your body too, come on. That's why I really wonder what, those women who wrap their feet in China to get that, the wrapped feet, oh my god, that must have effed them up. Mm. A grounded sandal. I have come up with an idea for a grounded sandal, but I need somebody to help me fabricate them. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to fabricate them yet, but I think I'm going to adapt the idea to a pair of old Crocs, and then I'll show you how I did that. But I think I've got an idea how to do that, how to adapt a pair of shoes so that you would have a grounding rod in them without hurting yourself. Yeah, I'm gonna think of that. Make souls out of dirt. Mm. You are as a happy chirping bird in my eye. Oh, that's good. Okay. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do just in case. I said I was gonna open this up, and I will. Because I've been rattling on here, and I'm gonna put the link out. I ain't no holla back girl. With opposing and trick your brain with opposing and different shoes. Hmm. Do you wear but don't wear platforms with flats. That'll fuck up your spine. But there's the link if somebody wants to join me here. Ooh, you have a pic that has a couple layers of strangeness? Really? Or if you're on a computer, you can share it in here. In fact, John knows how to do that. John knows how to share tabs on your computer. But what kind of strangeness? Ooh, what kind of strangeness? Yeah, well, my one picture that I took of me, I gotta find that picture, was in my white hat, and it was me with the gangsta look on my face, and it was saying the shaman life chose me. I did win, I did win a karaoke contest one time for Inda Club, although I didn't know the song at all. I really didn't know the song. I somehow faked it really well. But I did, one I know, and it's only because somebody did the song quite often, and I sung along with them, was, The Red Light District, Ludacris. Beep, beep, toot, toot, all these words in my ear, saying a whole lot of things I ain't trying to hear. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that. And people would be like, "What? What? Oh, you don't know if it was good, bad, or alien threat? Oh, wow. Please show." And, and, some people will try and steal it and say it's theirs, but as long as you have the original, you know, it's like, it's my opinion that we've got to let people see, we've got to share before something happens to us and we don't get to share, or something happens to the evidence, which I had so much evidence. I had so many photos and things that got killed on my computer when my computer got killed. My computer got fried. I'm thinking it was intentionally. Somebody sent me a virus, I think, because I had not saved all of that stuff. I didn't really have I was just kind of like, no, I'm not that technical. Okay. Red glowing eyes. Ooh. Yeah. YouTube warning last night after Max. You got a YouTube warning? What, for Max's show? What? Huh. Oh, all you have to do to join in is hit the link, and it'll tell you what to do from there. Let's see if it's going to let me. No, I'm going to have to go back and get the link again. It's been doing that lately. Here. All you do, if you want to come in, is hit that link and follow the directions. And you don't have to be seen. You can have an avatar. Mm-hmm. Oh, the last power outage. Yeah, I've been having power outage. You've been having that? Yeah, I've been having trouble with various things concerning social media, and I just figure, well, that's to be expected. I'm not taking personal offense. I'm not going to take personal offense to it. It pisses me off though, because there's some people that I really are not getting the word that I'm on, and I'm pissed. But, one of the ways that I can see that the times have changed is, I mean, the nature of the stuff that's coming out, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be really, really, really wild, and the way that things are, the dark plan has got this setup going on, and the way it just crumbles, the way it just goes, you know? It does not go through the way they want it to go through, the way it was designed to go through. It just goes flat. I'm seeing it. Oh, for medical stuff. It screwed up your TV? Oh, jeez. That it will never go away again. Unless they fry your computer. I see trees of green. Okay. Oh, you sent Dragon Dude. Guy a sweet message. Apologize for him getting banned by the Queen of Curvo. Queen of Curvo? Really? Okay. Hmm. Then you drop coffee on your keyboard. You drop hot coffee on your keyboard, and it sued you? Okay. You guys. Okay, now here's the weather. I wanted to bring up the weather. Okay? Now here's what here's what the setup is. Um, El Nino year. It's supposed to be El Nino. A normal El Nino year, and even a strong El Nino, means warmer than average weather for North America. Okay? But they're trying to move this cold front down, and I think just because they fried everybody in the summer, we didn't entirely eliminate the heat block that they had, the heat wall. Okay, I'm sorry, but we didn't. We didn't entirely fix that. We got it in some areas, we got it right, but in other areas they got fried, and I'm sorry, but you guys are gonna have to learn to do some of your own driving in those areas, because you're gonna have to learn to do some of your own weather working, because it's hard for me to keep track of everything. I mean, individual areas, like my area hasn't had sky streaks in a long time. We haven't had any sky streaks over my area. It's just not happening anymore here. Okay, that's gone. And anytime I see anything heading my way, it's like, "Oh, no, you don't." I've seen them other places, though. Now, the other thing is, when that big black cloud of smoke came over from, East Palestine, and when the other one came down from Cleveland, it's like the Red Sea parted, you know? It went around us both times. You can do that, okay? So, really, and if you do that with a storm, it becomes a smaller storm. But El Nino, first they were saying then it was gonna be a super El Nino, whatever that is. But now they're saying there's gonna be a cold front coming down. Now, the thing is, in as we go on in time, um, one of the things that's supposed to happen is the weather is to become moderate all over the earth. That's one of the things that we're going to see happen. The earth will become more moderated, more moderate temperatures everywhere. Um, okay, so what? Trees are green and red roses. What a beautiful world. What a wonderful world. Yeah, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. Okay. Kind of got to get out my tooth and throat singing, whatever. Um, Trees of green, red roses too. I see 'em bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yeah, he could barely sing, but he sang anyway. Um, yeah. That well, that's a great song. That is really a classic great song. One day I wanna do karaoke on here again. That'll be fun. And one day I have got there's all this stuff I wanna do when things just stop going so fast, keeping me busy all the time. But, I wanna finally record Sasquatcher. I'm a Sasquatcher, be a Sasquatcher. There goes one now. Hey there, big man. Don't you know that some of your biggest fans will follow you wherever you may roam? And if you like, won't you please show up on the trails where they hike and follow some of them back home? Be a Sasquatcher, be a Sasquatcher, watching Squatch go by. Aye, aye, aye. Be a Sasquatcher, be a Sasquatcher. There goes one now. I'm silly. And then, of course, I got to do meow, 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 meow. Mr. Catman, bring me a good dream. See, no, how does that go? Wait a minute. Mr. Catman, bring me some purrs. I want a fella with soft silky fur, with big green eyes and a cute little pink nose. I wanna play with little bean-shaped kitty cat toes. Catman, I was alone, didn't have no kitty to call my own. Please turn on that purr machine. Mr. Catman, bring me good dreams. Meow, 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 meow. Now I'm gonna choke on my own spit. Um, Freddie Mercury refused to remove his, and then it flipped. Wisdom, afraid it would change his tone. You gotta articulate. Let me use uh, remove his wisdom. Where is what? Huh? Freddie Mercury? who I have met in the ether. Well, thank you, Michelle. I'm having trouble with my throat, but I'm still going on with it anyway. I really need to wisdom teeth. Oh, have his wisdom teeth removed. Yeah, because he had very strange dentures. He was a hybrid. Come on. There actually there have been reported ETs that have those kind of teeth. That it's normal for them to have those teeth. Okay. So and double rows of teeth even. So come on. I mean, he was a hybrid. Of course he was. We are the champions, my friend. You know what? I had a fellow that I used to do Under Pressure with, and I did Freddie's part. And he had such a range. I don't think I know any guys that have really been able to hit his notes. I met Freddie though. He was nice. He didn't say much though. He had a very strange look in his eye though. It was like he was very deep in thought the whole time because I was talking to a group. It was there's actually a group of entertainers that got together that when they were entertainers here and they got together, they all kind of been done in by the same thing. I mean, and they're here, they're actually helping us. And it's kind of and every now and then when one of them joins the group, they come and let me know. It's like they come and let me know they're part of the group. So far, I've seen Michael Jackson, David Bowie, Freddie Mercury. Um, who else have I seen? Lane Staley showed up briefly. Elvis even showed up. I think. I'm not sure. It was kind of in the background. I'm not sure if I was imagining that. Um, but that was in a group of people. Could have been somebody who just looked like him, though. But you know how that is. You don't know if you've really ever seen Elvis. But who else was Karen Carpenter? I was surprised. Another one is Tupac. I'm not surprised. Not surprised. Prince. Um, I'm trying to think of who all is in that group. That they're all working to help us, and they are part of a squad that I mean, these people they knew a lot. I mean, you could tell by the music they wrote, whether it was conscious or not, they knew a lot. Yeah, you know what? I keep getting this stuff in my throat that I don't know what the heck is going on. So, Jimi Hendrix, that's right. Jimmy and Janice were in that group, both of them. And Jim Morrison showed up too, of course. And you might be surprised, Mama Cass. Yep. I'm trying to think of who else. But yeah, there are a lot of people in that group and some people that I've forgotten their names. But they died in weird ways. I mean, you look back on some of the people that were very vocal and died in weird ways, and they're probably joining that group from the other side. Mm-hmm. Alone you chat? Keep the journals alive? Mm-hmm. Oh, I can sing like Jim Morrison. Whoa, really? Yeah, I used to sing Under Pressure, and he used to do David Bowie's part, actually. And David Bowie asked me, well, Mr. Jones, his real name was David Jones. Mr. Jones asked, who my favorite female singer was. And at that time, I said, Annie Lennox. Heck, I wanted to be Annie Lennox. She's beautiful and had that voice. She's still got that voice, by the way. She's on YouTube and she's still got that voice. But, and you know what? He did a version because Freddie was gone, of course. He did a version of Under Pressure because I told him I did that song at karaoke. He did a version of that with Annie Lennox. Oh my gosh, I was like, David, that's so sweet. He did that at his birthday party. He did a version of Under Pressure with my favorite female singer, Annie Lennox. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. So cool. Shock the host. Shock the host. Boop. Doo 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 doo. That was Peter Gabriel. Mm. Oh, really? To shock the host? Why? Mark the Ark Spark. Why do you want to shock me? Shocking. Bonzo? Ronzo? What? What? I put the link out there for anybody who wants to come in and share. Yeah, Peter Gabriel, boy, he's something. He's always had my attention. I mean, I was a fan of his way back in when he was the lead singer of Genesis. And if you guys do not remember that, go back and find it on YouTube. Some of the stuff that they did when he was the lead singer of Genesis. I mean, that was back in, I mean, they did weird stuff. Play me, old King Cole, that I might join with you. All your hearts now seem so far from me. It doesn't seem to matter now. And the nurse will tell you lies of a kingdom beyond the skies. But I am lost inside this half world. It hardly seems to matter now. Play me my song. Here it comes again. Play me my song. Here it comes again. Can you do Kermit the Frog? I mean, they did such good music, and most people have never even heard that stuff. Let's set what up on Dee's channel. Janice was probably my first celebrity ghost, my first celebrity haunting. And she was there every time I was singing. She came to every show. Every time I was out on the street singing, she was there in the crowd standing. She just loved street performers, you know. And she would just stand there and smile with her feathers. Sometimes she was wearing that hat, that wonderful hat she had. in the colder weather. Oh, you can sing Kermit the Frog? Kermit the Frog. I can do Miss Piggy. I think I can. I gotta hear her again. Uh, we can do our rendition of The Fart Will Go On and On. Oh, wait a minute. That's Emmett's song, The Fart Will Go On. You turn the whole hood on to that weird album. What weird album? Genesis Foxtrot, right. Yes. Yes. Oh, Kermie. Someday. I had a boyfriend that did Rainbow Connection, did that song, yeah. Karaoke. Karaoke, okie, okie. I was thinking of writing a song. Don't mess with my heart, my wokey brokey heart. Just don't think you'll understand. If you misgender me, I'm gonna go crazy. I might go off and kill this man. Anyway, the Rainbow Connection, yeah. You know what? Somebody brought up the show Dinosaurs. Did anybody see that? And how it had one of the saddest endings of any show, really. And anybody remember that show, Dinosaurs? And it was Jim Henson did the Muppets, the puppets rather, on that show. They did it with puppets. And the last show, when they heard they were being canceled, they did one last show, and it was the last show where the dinosaurs ruined the world. They killed their world. They basically blew it up. They didn't blow it up. Well, yeah, they did, kind of. What they did was they ended up poisoning everything first, and then they ended up thinking that they could fix things by making it rain by putting bombs in volcanoes, but then it put them in a nuclear winter, and then they all died. And it was really sad. There are people who still kind of cry about that ending. It was very poignant. But Jim Henson, he's a different one. She's still here. Who's still here? I feel good, like I knew that I would now. I feel good, like I knew that I would now. So good, so good. I got you. Boom, 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 ow. I scare people with that one sometimes, so I gotta watch it. I feel good. I feel nice. Like sugar. I gotta be softer because I got neighbors. Like sugar and spice. I feel nice. Like sugar and spice. So nice. So nice. I got you. Yo, you sat at the kid for me. Ooh. Damn dirty apes. They blew it all to hell. I remember that scene. We all remember that scene. Very iconic. No. I want a band. I still want a band. Damn, I want my band. I want my crazy fucking band. How many of you are, musical artists out there? We got to get together, man. We got to get together and start putting out some fucking, some music. Get down with your bad self. Partridge Family covered that? Oh gosh, I remember the Partridge Family. David Cassidy. Mhm. Oh dear. Oh, you can play the kazoo. Oh, kazoo. Uh, Kazoo night. That live video chat thing. That live video chat thing. I wonder if we would have much problem with, because I know there's a little bit of a delay. We tried to play like from all of our different places or sing together or something, it would probably be the timing might be, I don't know, the timing might be off or something. Let me sleep all night in your soul kitchen. Someday we'll find it. Brady Bunch and Hollywood Squares and yep, it's a rare strain. Mhm. Oh my goodness. There's so many good songs. Look over yonder. What do you see? The sun is rising, most definitely. A new day is dawning. People are changing. Ain't it beautiful? Ooh, ooh, crystal blue persuasion. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, blue persuasion. She was trying to happen in the 60s. And it took this long. Wow. Took this long for us to flip it. Mm. Oh, I can scream. You know what? And that's funny. That's something that I think got David's interest is when I told him, he says, well, what kind of music do you do? I say, well, mostly I scream in tune. People seem to like that best. He says, me too. He says, people seem to like it best when I'm screaming in tune. Wow, yeah, that's great. That's true. It's true. I mean, there's some songs. Oh, you know what? I once won a karaoke contest for Welcome to the Jungle. I'm not kidding. I did the roar and everything. I got enough money to go to New Orleans. Anyway, yeah. Oh my goodness. You know, that's just it. I was talking about El Nino. I'm just calling for a normal El Nino year with the weather. I'm just saying, hey guys, can we just have a normal El Nino year? Just a normal natural El Nino year like we were supposed to have before all of this crazy shit that they're trying to do to the weather. You know, that's the way I'm kind of talking to them is can we just have a nice natural El Nino year? And if anybody is effing with the weather, but see, I'm not sure what is going on because we're supposed to have weather changes due to the fact that the weather is going to be moderate all over the globe one day. Um, I know the globe is a dirty word for those of you who think we're on flat Earth, but may I remind you that I believe in code-shaped Earth, so it doesn't really bloody matter what shape it is, really, but it looks more like, to us remote viewers, it looks round, but not like a ball. It looks more like a toroid. It looks more toroidal. So, you know, that's the way it looks. I'm going for toroid because we flew through the hole in the center somehow. We flew through inner Earth in Max's class, so there is an inner Earth, and we saw it. And they use spacecraft there. They use what we would call UFOs, or UAPs, or whatever. They've got them, and they're using them, and that's probably where they're coming from. Is that civilization? I was flying in one. I've flown when we've been in Max's class. I've ended up on ships. I mean, I ended up flying with some blue guys at one point, and oh, here's one thing. I used to go outside and see ships all time over Ohio. All the time. All the time. Every time I went out. Just about. And got some pictures too. Although some of the pictures turn out blurry because that's what they do. They'll blur your camera. Some of those things, I'm sure. But I haven't seen any lately. Not only have we had no sky streaks, I haven't seen any ships. So what was going on? I haven't heard. But I think it was since the war's over. Now they don't need to stand guard. Maybe they were standing guard. Maybe Ohio was important in some way, or a target in some way. I don't know, but I haven't seen them. Not obviously, anyway. So something is up with that. The Spirit of the Scream is a 60s thing, yeah. And then it just goes up from there. There's a whole theme thing going on. You've seen a few things burn in the sky. Yeah. Dee and I are on distant planes, but at the same time. Yeah, I have seen some weird things in the sky. Really weird. So it did get cold here, but they're going to try and freeze us. I'm going to try and forestall that if you guys will help me a little bit. Just talk nice to the weather. Talk nice to the winds, talk nice to the cloud people. And just ask them to help you out. That is one thing that we found, is that when you throw love at the elements will actually fall in love with you and do what you want. So, instead of trying to be overbearing with them, I recommend talking to them nicely in a loving way and saying, hey, we need some help here. Can you make it a little bit more moderate? Can you bring us a little bit more rain? Can you bring us a little less rain? Can you help El Nino out there because they're trying to choke him out? El Nino is a personality, Maybe that's what I need to do, is get in touch with him. Messages of weather runes today. Really? What do you mean by that, B? Very anomalous. Yeah. So, I really recommend, if you're going to do weather work, and I did say I would talk about weather work and we would do some weather work tonight, is I would suggest that you send out a love wave to the weather fronts that come in. because they have a personality. They really do. The elements have personalities just like we do. And you can get them to love you, and then they're happy to help you out. You see? And it doesn't take as much effort that way. So, I mean, and it's interesting because I think it's Dan Winter is his name. He was talking about the scientific reason that works because it has something to do with wave coherence. Did you know that us sending out love has something to do with wave coherence? Yeah. Um, but yeah, I cannot even begin to talk like him. He's very technical, but so he has a scientific explanation. I am sure some people call it pseudoscience, but he's using scientific terms to discuss what we do. And when he said, if you see a shaman driving a storm, when you see a shaman driving a storm, you find when you can really see it, you find that the storm has fallen in love with the shaman and is now doing what the shaman wants it to do because it feels that love. Well, there you go. You could probably do most things that way. Now, so in your area, wherever you are, go out, or if you can't get out, you know what? James Ortiz isn't in here. I kind of miss him. That's who isn't in here. It's one of the guys, and Scotty. If you can't get out, just imagine that you're out talking to them. But talk to the weather. Get in touch. The cloud beings sound like children to me. And they're always playing and they're always having fun. And when I ask them to rain, they always rain. Sometimes it takes them a little while. Unless they're blocked by somebody. And then when we remove the block, then they rain. But basically, it's a much easier way than trying to manhandle or shove anything or, trying to move weather fronts with your mind, which is kind of, I guess, like telekinesis or something. I'm not sure. And I'm sure that it could work. However, I would say it's very much easier to just send it love and ask it sweetly to do things for you. And then it just happens. You don't have to work as hard at it, you know? And I'm all for that. And then if you're friends with them, then they kind of look out for you. If you make friends with them, and you've got to realize they have personalities. They're people, not like us. Well, not exactly people, I guess, but the elementals have personalities. They have a beingness, kind of like us. And kind of like us, if you're nice to them, they'll be nice to you. If you're good people, they'll be decent with you. They'll want to help you just like anybody, right? You help them out, you're nice to them, they'll be nice to you, they'll take care of you. They even make sure I don't get soaked with rain when it's raining, when it is raining and I'm going somewhere. Just a lot of times it'll start to abate just as I'm getting out of the car or, just as we're getting to somewhere or just, they now they'll give me a couple of raindrops just because they want to touch me. They want to get, hey, we want to say hi, mom. Want to give me a hug, but I am not kidding when I say they are aware and conscious and have personalities. And if you just love them, they'll love you back. So that would be my best advice if you really wanna manipulate weather in your area, is get in touch with them on that level. And then they'll just naturally wanna help you out. Yeah, someone asked for sun in Seattle. I tried to send that too. Hope it did work. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. You want me to do who, what, who, what to who? Dolly is like, wait, what? You want me to do what to who, when, where? Who's paying? Uh, notice the weather depends on everyone's mood or even expectations. That's why weekends are nicer. Not here in Ohio necessarily, but Dolly, put the mouse down and step away from the computer. Um, in a way, the weather does depend on the mood because storms are the way that mama cleans, okay? So if mama don't need to clean, then the storms stay away. The more negativity there is, the bigger the storm. The more you're drawing it to you. Remember, these things start way out in the ocean and are drawn into shore. Why? They're drawn to negativity. Okay, so if things are going very negatively, you're going to end up with the storm coming right up on you. Okay, so and I mean that, and yeah, I would expect that if you're in a better mood, then um, you're not going to need storms to come clean it. I mean, it's just the way things work. And remember, Mother Earth told me herself, said, if you would only learn my systems already in place, you would learn to use them, you would have abundance and prosperity for all. Beautiful weather, plenty of food, and so many other things. So why not? Why not do that? And it seems to work on love. It seems to work on the love vibe. It seems to work on our vibration. Remember, in that world, everything's vibration. They understand that. They understand vibration. They understand frequency. If you're emitting the right frequency, emit. If you emit the right frequency, then you're going to get what you emit. Okay. You're always careful with the scratch word. Scratch word. I'm not sure what that is, B. Freeman. What's this? Can you like talk around it a little bit better, a little bit more precisely? Careful with this. Okay. Um, but okay, that is my lesson on weather working for tonight. Try love. Try try developing a relationship with them. Um try a little tenderness. Try a little tenderness. They're waiting, just anticipating. Do, 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 do. Try a little tenderness. Uh, it's like a game of Scrabble. Or you remember Green Acres when they were playing Scrabble and cribbage? They were playing cabbage and scribble. Sounds like my neighbors. More like cabbage and scribble. Scrabble, that would be fun, yeah. We could do a game of I don't know how we do that. Can't get your screen to behave? Try a little tenderness, Dolly. If that don't work, slap that bitch. Okay, I'm being silly. You played Scrabble with a guy who didn't speak English. Ah, ah, ah. Yeah, the tech has been weird lately. I think it's shifting over. I think we're going to have some kind of shift. Some kind of shift. They're throwing some more shift at us. The shift is going to hit the fan, I'm telling you, very soon. This month, I think. The shift will hit the fan. Mhm. I ain't no hollaback girl. I gotta get that song. Yeah, I gotta practice that song a little bit, Hollaback Girl. I used to do a little Gwen Stefani and karaoke. Yeah, like the B-52s. I kinda miss the B-52s. Yeah, when there were 3 of us to go karaokeing, we'd always do Love Shack. Good Shift? You think they're sending us some good shift? I think so. I think we're gonna get some good shift. We be smoking that good shift. Holla in the shower. Oh yeah. Oh, he wanted to go surfing in the rain. Yeah, you kind of need to bring him inside. What? And so you played Scrabble. Emmett, you're a character. I'm not sure which character. Maybe Daffy Duck. You know what David used to, when I'd say that, yes, I am a character, but which character? And he used to laugh and he said, I love characters. And he loves to do characters. He still does them. On the other side, he still does characters. They're a lot like they are here. I mean, they've learned stuff. They've learned a lot, but they're still them over there. It's probably some tourists. Yes, I do have strong vocals, actually, I do. David Bowie. Mr. Jones, really, but he had to change his name from Jones because there already was a Davy Jones, and so he couldn't be David Jones. So he picked out Bowie because that was kind of, that was the name of a knife, and it was kind of after Mick Jagger. But I used to call him Mr. Jones. Me and Mr. Jones, we got a thing going on. Me and Mr. Jones. There you are. Now he wants to dance. Okay. We got a thing going on. We both know it's wrong, but it's much too strong to let it go now. You know what? He likes some of that kind of music, don't you, sweetheart? What was the one I used to sing to you? Um, mm, I can't think of it. Ah, caught up in the rapture of love. Nothing else can compare. When I feel the magic of you, the feeling's always new. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, oh, okay. We'll go dancing tonight. I promise. We'll go dancing tonight. Hmm. It's Davy Jones Locker. He would have been sent to the Monkees because that's who Davy Jones was. This was one of the Monkees, remember? Hit the showers. Mhm. I have to be a little quieter because I realized I've got sleeping people in my apartment building, and these walls are definitely not soundproof. Oh, geez. You know who loves to dance too is Prince when he visits. He loves to dance. But sometimes all three of us dance. It's like we're all up there dancing. Doot, doot, doot. See, I used to dance. I my balance is right now, it's getting better. I gotta keep saying it's getting better, it's getting better, it's getting better. I'm gonna have my balance back at some point. But it's hard to dance if you don't have your back. There's something up with that. Yeah, hey, hey, we're the monkeys. That was my ex-husband's kind of music. He liked the monkeys and he liked I forget what their name was, the one that did Two Princes. And I forget. There was he kind of like it was that kind of thing that he liked. He kind of liked that kind of music. Wasn't my cup of tea, but you know, they had some good songs. What can I say? I grew up with that. It wasn't my thing though. My thing was rock and roll. Oh, you had to get stoned to realize I was talking about the spirits. Yeah, David Bowie is one of my spirit guides, and so is Prince. And actually, I have other artists too that are my that come and show up and say hi, and sometimes we go dancing on the other realms. So I've been to the other realms. Pretty cool. I mean, you don't have to have gravity if you don't want it in the ether. Etheric realm. W- And that was fun. That is fun. Let me tell you, it's fun dancing with no gravity, where gravity is what you make it. That's really fun. I think we'll be able to do that in 5D. I think we'll be able to do that. That'll be fun. You guys will love it. There you go. Oh, you gotta take a pee break. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know how that is. Man, we've been on for 2.5 hours already. So, anyway, you guys, nobody wants to come up and talk? You have animated characters rotate through your astral. Is it a pain in the astral, or do you like it? No, I mean in the etheric. Animal characters in the etheric? That's cool. That's cool. You know what? Some of the, animated characters, I think, are backed by beings. I really think. I really think that somehow they have personalities, and I'm not sure exactly why, except that we are creators, and anything that we bond with really closely, we have a tendency they end up being sentient after what. How many people have had vehicles or cars or whatever, some kind of machine that was getting tuned, that they were very tuned in with, that you could talk to and then talk back, kind of, you know, had its own way of talking to you, like your car. You had a car you could talk to. I had a car I could talk to. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Oh, the laughing kind. Yeah. If the show is good enough that you need, it depends, well, then I think that's a pretty good show. You have the ADD too. Yeah, Daffy Duck is real. I think I've encountered him too. Are you chatting outside of YouTube? Yeah. I think there is some kind of reality to Daffy Duck, and some of these wild characters, I would swear that they have taken on some kind of well, there is such a thing as, you realize there is such a thing as tulpas, and people make those. People do that, and people actually somehow can energize objects, and why not an idea? It's a frequency, right? I mean, there are such things as corporate entities. I would expect Mickey Mouse is real on some level, as much attention as he's gotten. Kit, yeah, the car. I know. I had a car that was kinda like that, and it also had shape-shifting abilities. It was a white car, and it would kind of change its look and camouflage itself to where people just wouldn't see it. 'Cause maybe it was somebody else's problem field, like in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Yeah, but somebody else's problem field is turned on and nobody notices. Oh, yeah, I think there are. I think there are tulpas and golems. I think we make, and egregores. Yeah, I think we make stuff all the time and don't know it. I think that's part of our problem, is we don't know we can do that, and so we do that unconsciously, and then we're wondering why we're having problems with it, right? It's because we are The creators. We're the creators. When I create a piece of art, there's something in there. That's why a piece of art can so captivate you. There's some of the artist in there. Why do you think the Abramovich is doing all that with the creepy art? It's there's a lot of magic to it. Yeah, here's the deep woo. Well, I keep telling you, it's just like right what there on the tin. Oh, you had a lot of cars, yeah. Always gave them a name. Mine was Silver Dove. My white car was Silver Dove. I saw the spirit go into my car. It came down from the moon and went right into my car and said, "I am Silver Dove." I'm like, whoa. I wasn't stoned at the time. I was doing breathing exercises. I was doing my breathing stuff to keep myself awake in the middle of the night. When that just landed right on my car, and just my car from then on was sentient. And I had to, when I relinquished my car, I let it spirit free. Yeah, I made sure to do that. A lot stuff that I know I have some kind of thing like that with, I will separate the spirit. I will free the spirit of it so that I don't have that going on to the next whoever might find it, you know. I don't know, does it come back to me? Does it go back into the collective? I'm not sure, but I just don't want to pass on any bits of me that aren't, that's why I'm a little ambivalent about selling art that I've worked on with my hands. It's because, there are ramifications to that. Really? Bring a bunch of raccoons. The ghost brought a bunch of raccoons. Cool. Mhm. Well, I keep saying we're creators and we've been told opposite. We've been told otherwise. That is how we get ourselves into trouble, man. We don't know we're creators. We don't know. So we do this crazy shit. We make this crazy shit. We make some of this trouble for ourselves. It's like the id monster. You remember that old movie? What was it? Plan 7 from Outer Space or something? The id monster. Some of this we're making ourselves. So don't do that. If you have something going on, first try and see if it's yours. If it's something you made. If it's something you made, it's something you can unmake. Okay? You made the crickets sing this year. That's cool. That's really cool. Hmm. Well, it's interesting. There is a type of stealth armor that you'll see a shadow, but not a person, not the person. I've encountered it. Yeah, you can take the energy back. Here we go with the deep woo again. I had to learn that myself. Some of these things were my creations. In fact, a lot of them were. Or things that somebody threw out there that I added to, that I somehow brought alive. And it wasn't a good thing at all. But, that's how you learn, live and learn, right? So, yeah, and I certainly am more interested in having a happier life instead of um, you know, if there's anything about the spirit world and everything, it's like, just remember, you're the power. I got the power. Doom, 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 doom. Everybody dance now. I'd love to just scream that. Everybody dance now. But it's like 12:30 here. No, it's nearly 1:00. Yeah. Yeah, that used to happen to me all the time, B. Mhm. Aw, and then the little cricket said, "Hey, it's our countryman calling for us." Boom, 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 boom. Oh, come on. Everybody who grew up with that, everybody who went through that time period, every time you hear that boom, 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 and everybody dance now, and you're gonna move. You're gonna move. You'd be sitting at a desk or something, you'd be like, "Oh, shit, I gotta get up and dance," right? Oh, shit. It's so hard to hear that and not get up and dance. That really has that to it, that spirit to it. You had a cricket say hello? Ah. Yeah, they'll do that. And it's a good thing to make friends with crickets too, because you don't want them turning into locusts and swarming you. You wanna be able to forestall that. Yeah. Well, that's just the thing, is that really we should try to get on a good basis with nature. We're gonna be in it. In 5D, we're gonna be a little closer to nature than we are now. We're gonna have to be, because I think we'll be less technological. But I think we will be able to create a good relationship and therefore not have to fear nature ever, eventually. Crickets turn into cicadas? No, they can turn into locusts, though. I don't know. Crickets, cicadas. Somebody look it up. I forget. I think I looked it up once and then I totally forgot. Oh, probably not. If you really wanted crickets, I think it was okay. Maybe you just woke them up. Shout out, yeah, to all the peeps on the other side, that's right. The spirit world is around me and around you all the time, okay? Just realize that. That every time you talk when you're talking about them, they know it. They're hearing you, you know? Can you see me? Do you hear me? I am right here by your side. I still love you. I didn't want to leave you. It's so hard to be denied. Did you think that love can last forever? Even in the afterworld, then believe that I will always love you. You will always be my girl. And did you know that when you talk about me, every single word I hear, when you remember the times we spent together, you can be sure I'm near. Do you believe that love can last forever, even here in the afterworld? Then believe I'll be right here waiting. You will always be my girl. I want to put out the full length on that one day. I know. I kind of go into a song at odd intervals on this show. I hope you don't mind. I hope you enjoy it. I hope I'm not being annoying when I do that because, but that's just my personality. I do that in person too all the time when I'm maybe that's why I don't have any and maybe that's why I don't have enough friends in this in this building. maybe maybe I scare them a little bit or something. I'll just burst into song and crack all kinds of silly jokes, and a lot of people don't get it. They don't get that I'm making a joke. It's really sad. You guys most get every song, everything I do. You guys get it. There are people here that it's like I crack a joke and they're like, "What do you mean by that?" It's like, God, I cannot deal with people with no sense of humor. I can't deal with it. It flips me out. It's like, no, man. Having no sense of humor is like what kind of spirit or but then again, I guess maybe it's just my type of humor that they don't get. I don't know. Swearapy. Better than swearapy? Well, thank you. Um, hope you practice in the shower. Well, of course. You know where I used to love to sing, and I think because when I mind spoke to the Bigfoot, I'm not kidding. They remembered me singing to them out in the woods. I didn't know I was singing to them, but they used to like to hang around and listen to me sing out in the woods. I used to take my guitar sometimes or just be me out in the woods, or sometimes I'd be driving through the woods and I would be singing at the top of my lungs. They remember that and they liked it. They miss it. They miss hearing me sing to the out in the woods. Ah, therapy. Yeah. Fuck yeah. It's just that Led Zepp's Going to California was playing over here too. Oh, really? Cool. It's been a doubt, suspicion, fear, anticipation. Who did that? Was that the Three Stooges? Me, 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 me. Like Bambi. Mm-hmm. We learned to cope. You know, we're going to get healed. We're going to get healed of all. We're getting healed of all of this stuff that we've been through. We have been through so freaking much in our lives to get to this point because we had to go through many lives to get to this point. Two or three, come on. We're talking thousands of lives. Why? Because it was so different when we came here from where we were from. It was a hard jolt, man, and we did get damaged. But we're getting repaired. We're repairing all that. You need some rain? You can do that. I love it. I love the term Michelle, swearapy. Yep. Occasionally you need some swearapy. I think that would solve some of our problems, just being able to swear at the top of our lungs somewhere. I used to do it in the car. I used to practice singing in the car as I was driving all the time. I really miss that. I need to get a license in a car again. I don't have either right now. You guys help me intend that I get my car and my license. But my car and my license is really the order it needs to go. My license and my car. No, but I guess I need to get my license and then get a car or something like that. Help me, help me intend that happens somehow. No rain. All I can say is that my life is pretty plain. I like watching the puddles gather rain. All I can do is just pour some tea for two. Speak my point of view, but it's not sane. It's not sane. It's not sane. I just want someone to send me no, oh, oh, oh. You know I'll always be there when you wait. You know I'd like to keep my cheeks dry today, yeah. So stay with me and we'll have it made. I don't understand why I sleep all day and start to complain when there's no rain. And all I can do is read a book to stay awake. And it rips my life away, but it's a great escape. 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 No rain? Yeah, Lenny Kravitz. Yeah. I want to get away. I want to fly away. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like, that was another karaoke song that I used to do with Doron is Fly Like an Eagle. I wanna fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I wanna fly like an eagle till I'm free. Fly right into the future. Do, 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 do. Wanna see if she reads it. Wait a minute. Oh. Oh, okay. I won't read it aloud. I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to read it aloud. That would have been fun. I'm not quite right or left. Well, right now I'm still figuring out how to get one car, let alone two. But we'll see. Yeah, I'm not really giving this my all because, like I said, if I do, I will bring the walls down. If you guys ever heard me on the street corner, I had to get. They heard me all the way down, blocks away. They could hear me singing. They could tell I was out. They could tell I was out singing. They could hear me. I'm loud. I have to be careful when I'm at night and I'm in an apartment. I'm really loud. That's why I used to practice out in the wilderness, is because then I was, safe. Nobody could get on my case. But then the Bigfoot loved that. They could hear me too for miles. They loved it. Hmm. No, they're on my case to go out there and say, I should sing to them some more. I should sing to them. They're friends of mine, after all. They just don't want to be bothered, and neither do I. Neither do we. We don't want to bother each other, right, folks? We just want to live. We'll be friends. We just want to live. Max probably it's his bedtime. He's probably long gone. John probably took off and I didn't see, and I didn't say goodnight to him. You're thinking about becoming one what? Oh, Steve Miller. Steve Miller Band played for my graduation before they were really, really big. Oh, you're thinking about becoming sane? Well, sane compared to who? I mean, if you compare it to, standard sheeple, then what good is that, right? What fun is that? But if you can, I don't think that's for sanity, though, really. I did miss your joke. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with the chat. I want to see if she reads it. Yeah, there's something here. Don't read aloud. Emmett hot all the way down there. How hot can it be in Fahrenheit? And let me go back. Like Bambi. Mm. Sorry, I can't find it. Tears for Fears. Everybody wants to rule the world. That was terrible. Everybody wants to, there's the key I need. And I ain't gonna do it. If I do, I'll be too loud. I'll be too loud. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be careful because it's like 1:17 now. Say that to so sad they had to fade it. Well, I didn't read it aloud. I wasn't allowed. You're Mo embarrassed? Hello, Mo. I thought you were Dolly. But actually, all this time you've been Mo. Mo embarrassed. Mama, we're all crazy now. She was a fast machine. Oh, I can't do that one. I can't do that one softly. I can't do any of these softly. It just doesn't work. Meow. My husband is telling me I need to go to bed now. He's lonely. I mean, cowboy. He's not my husband, but he kind of acts like one sometimes. He's kind of like, will you come to bed, woman? It's late. I need my belly rubbed. It ain't going to happen by itself. Come on. Scary shoes. I've had some scary shoes. Oddly, you always have a vacant house. Maybe there's a reason for that, Dolly. Be nice if I had no neighbors anywhere around me and I could just belt out whatever I wanted. Okay, baby. Yes, I'll be to bed soon. I'll be to bed. Are you lonely? You need your belly rubbed. You need love. You need cuddles. That's what he wants. He wants love and cuddles. Meow. Meow. There he is. Can you see him? There's my little boy. He's wanting love and cuddles. Well, maybe I'll get that. Maybe Emmett needs the safety dance. We can go if we want to a place they'll never find. Then we act like we come from out of this world, leave the real world far behind. Kiss shoes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You know what? I had this really tall pair of platform flip flops, black ones. And I mean, because I'm 5'7" already, 5'8", right in between there, depending on how much I slouch. Sometimes I'm 5'10" if I stand up real straight. And it's early in the day, you know. But I added those shoes and I was over 6 feet tall. And I scared the crap out of people sometimes with those, you know, in the middle of the night, I'd be walking up. I like to wear all black. Yeah, it's cowboy o'clock. You betcha. Mhm. Love won. Yes, it did. Love always wins. Yep, it's cowboy o'clock. He's calling me to bed. He's just tired of waiting now, and he's just lonely. Poor lonely little boy. He's a lonely boy, but he's got a home. A mule doodle doodle doodle. A mule doodly doo. He's a lonely boy. I sing that to him sometimes. He likes me to sing to him. He just loves it when I sing to him. Cats just love singing. You know that when you sing to them? A lot of animals do. They really do. I'm going to close it down because we've been over 3 hours now. If your friends can't dance, and if they can't dance, then they're no friends of mine. In the soundproof shower. And that's just it. It isn't soundproof. I can hear my neighbor upstairs in the shower, taking a shower. My shower is not soundproof at all, not even a little. Matter of fact, it's one of the worst places because the vent is like right nearby. So we've got these vents all over the place. Like I got probably one of my safer rooms would be the kitchen because there's no vent. One of these days, what I got to do is go out into the stairwell and sing in the stairwell where it echoes in the middle of the night and hope nobody gets on my case about it. And to sing songs in the stairwell. That'll be fun. Armageddon? 20 tits? Well, yeah, it's time to take it down for tonight. Armageddon. Armageddon. Let's Armageddon on. Armageddon on now. I love you guys. Yeah, I'm tired. I gotta go get some rest. I love you guys. And I don't wanna check out, but I am going to. I'll be on again tomorrow, hopefully, if everything goes well. I'll be on tomorrow. I think are we coming up on the full moon? I don't know. I gotta check because if we are, then I'll be doing cards. If not, I will be doing something else. And it's strong. Do you want me to go get some garlic? And it's strong. Hmm. Boom, 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 boom. Hmm. Oh dear. No, are you kidding me? That's my dad. Good night. Sleep tight and pleasant dreams to you. Here's a wish and a prayer. That's my dad. Oh, I know. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave your worries far behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me how much you miss me. while I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm wanting to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave your worries far behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Da 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 da. Night. Good night, sweeties. Eclipse is coming. We'll be there. Don't worry.